Pisces, welcome to your weekly tarot reading for March 28 to April the 3rd. Welcome, welcome. Okay, Pisces, let's see what messages we have for you. What are the major themes for Pisces moving forward? Oh, that was kind of funny. We see not for you. That was an interesting way for your cards to come out. Not for you, leg up, and community. Okay, so Pisces, you're moving through your week discovering. This is already on your mind. We see thinker on the bottom of the deck. So you're already deep in thought about all of this. So if this resonates for you, you're going to know what's happening here. This is something you've been thinking about, contemplating. It has to do with relationships and your community. Right now, your community is on your mind. Relationships are on your mind. Who you spend time with, where you exchange energy is very much on top of your mind right now. And I think you're discovering that there are certain relationships that are just not for you at this time, out of alignment, out of sync, out of balance with one another. And I think the universe is helping you by showing you these things, highlighting these things. Don't ignore it this week. If you're starting to pick up on, without judgment, of course, but if you're starting to pick up on that certain relationships are just not in alignment with you, or they're not resonating anymore, or the connection seems to be out of balance, out of harmony, you find yourself feeling drained maybe, or feeling like sort of tapped out of certain relationships, this may be a signal to you that it's time to sort of find a new tribe. It's time to find a new community, more like-minded. It can be very draining to be surrounded by individuals where you feel like maybe you constantly have to explain yourself, or, you just don't feel like you belong there anymore. Again, without any judgment, it's just, it's all energy, right? It's all vibration. So if you've been vibrated out of a group, or you feel the need to vibrate out of a group, then maybe it's time to make a change, right? Without judgment, it's time to look at what's for you and what's not for you when it comes to relationships. Nine of Wands in reverse, that's making me feel like, you're at the point now where looking at yourself with the lens of self-care, nourishment, inspiration. Where do you feel that? And where do you not feel that? It feels to me like this week you're sort of walking away from things that just don't resonate for you anymore. And I can't say this enough. It's not with any sort of judgment or resentment. It's just, it is what it is. We sometimes can't walk the path with the same people forever. I do feel that this has to do with making choices around your community. And as you evolve and change, and as your friends evolve and change, and your community evolves and changes, you might just not resonate with the same folks anymore. And that's okay. And seeing that leg up card makes me feel like the universe is going to be showing you things this week to help you discover where you belong and where you don't belong, what's for you and what's not for you, which can be a bit of an adjustment. There's the Lovers. So you're going to have to make a choice again. Where do you feel balanced? Where do you feel harmonious? Where do you feel like you can be vulnerable and it's safe? Where someone isn't judging you maybe, or where you feel like you can be your authentic self and you don't have to explain it to anyone. You can just be, you can just be yourself, and there's no sort of like friction there or resistance. Feels like you're making choices about where you hang out, your community, the people you hang out with, what you do. That's the other thing, is that you might not resonate with the same community because maybe you've become more spiritual than you used to be, or maybe you've become less spiritual than you used to be, or maybe you've become interested in a certain area, and your friends aren't really into that, and so you're looking for like-minded people to share that experience with. It's interesting. Maybe you're developing new interests, new hobbies, new passions. It doesn't have to be because better, worse, no comparison needed. Everyone has their own vibe, and that's cool. So just looks like you're looking for people to vibe with, and maybe the current community you're with is on your mind because it just doesn't feel like it's for you anymore. Queen of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you're having some doubts about this. I think you're having some doubts about it because maybe you feel like, you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. You don't want it to seem personal. You're not certain why you don't feel the way you used to around certain people. Queen of Cups coming out kind of sideways, reversed, upright. Regardless, this tells me that this is a highly emotional decision. This is a highly emotional decision. So you've got two queens here. So these could easily represent your energy right now, where your intuition is sort of honed in on the fact that it's time to establish a new community for yourself. And then this Queen of Swords could also be you, where you're sort of doubting it logically. You're doubting it. You think you're judging. You're doubting your judgments. You're doubting your discernment. You're sort of thinking maybe, is this fair? You're weighing out the logic of this, when really, again, it's all energy. It's not personal. It's just energy. And perhaps you will still, spend some time with these folks, but maybe it's still time to find a new community as well, so that you feel like you resonate with the people you're spending time with, and you don't always feel like you need to explain yourself because there's so much opposition. I don't know why I'm feeling that way, but you're looking for harmony. You're looking for your new soul tribe. And there's the King of Swords. So this is time to adopt more strategy and analytical sort of perspective about what serves you and what doesn't, like making that discernment. Again, don't feel like you're choosing against people. You're choosing yourself. You're choosing to nurture yourself. And I feel like that's in challenge this week for you. You're feeling, I feel like you're feeling guilty. You feel bad. You feel guilty. You feel like as you look ahead, it might make you feel a little disconnected to know that your community is going to change, that the individuals around you are going to change, and that comes from nurturing yourself. There may be a part of you that wants to sort of put the brakes on this. When I see that Empress in reverse, like you sort of like, well, I don't want to change all my relationships, and why is this necessary? And so it's totally up to you, but you are definitely being guided to put your mind at rest when it comes to this idea that you're choosing things, right? Like it is a week to make it sort of some choices about who you spend time with, but it doesn't have to be so cutthroat. I feel like it's more personal in your mind than it actually is. And it's almost like you just need to let your mind settle. You need to just settle and sort of let your mind rest. Take some stillness to sort of recover and allow yourself to feel free to make this change. I feel like you don't feel free to do this. There's the King of Cups. What's very interesting is that we have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords and the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So you're definitely being called to bring things into balance. Yeah, this is about balancing yourself out. You're out of balance right now. You're out of balance with the community that you are keeping. And it's okay to change that. I feel like saying to you, Pisces, it's okay to change your community if it no longer resonates with who you are genuinely and authentically. And there's nothing wrong with that. Bottom of the deck is Justice. So again, I feel like you're weighing it out in a way where you're judging, right? You're judging it. You're judging yourself, maybe. Maybe you're judging the people. This is general reading. So where the judgment lies may be different depending on who's listening. But you might be judging yourself. You might be judging the community that you're feeling is no longer for you. You might, you're having, I can't help but feel like you're having a difficult time with this because you feel like it's personal. You're making it personal though. It's energy. It's not personal. And there's nothing to say that you can't have lots of different communities that you spend time with. But I feel like this reading is pointing you towards being in more balance and moderation, and putting yourself in that equation. It's not all about the other people in your life. This is also about what resonates for you and what doesn't, and that's okay. I really feel like I need to say that to you, that there may be opportunities that you're dismissing and not even seeing because you're like, no, I'm invested here. This is where I'm invested. Well, what's the matter with looking for opportunities as well, right? I feel like you're judging yourself for this. I feel like you're being guided here to balance things out so that you feel like you're being authentic. Star card. Like, this is a time for you to sort of manifest and bring in alignment where it doesn't exist right now. And it makes me think of the idea that people might come to you and say, man, you've changed. And almost say it sort of in a way that's not positive. And then I can almost see you responding by saying, yeah, that's the point. That's the point. I am interested in evolution. I am interested in transformation. I'm interested in changing. And I feel like that kind of energy is what you're trying to get away from, is people being critical of you, because it's actually causing you to be critical of yourself right now and to almost judge your journey instead of just going with it. So this is interesting, makes me feel like Pisces is needing to sort of feel like it's okay to make decisions that are in alignment with the self, and that's okay. And, you still love everyone in those communities. I feel like the love isn't gone. It's just you're looking for like-minded individuals to share your experiences with without having to really explain them from the ground up. I feel like you're looking for your soul tribe, for where you're at right now. Now, to close this reading, let's see your final guidance card. This is the image. You can see the compass on her heart there. Okay, so this is the True North card. Calm your mind and listen to your body. Follow the compass in your heart. Authenticity cultivates clarity and ease. Let your spirit navigate. Trust in a benevolent universe. This is really about following your true north. You're following your authentic self. The compass of your heart is leading you right now. And I have to say it, again, without judgment, it's leading you away from a community that's not for you. There's a community here that's not for you, and Spirit is here to help illuminate that for you. A leg up. You're getting support here. And I feel like you've been thinking about this for a long time. And look what's behind the thinker, TikTok. It's time. It's time. It's time to allow this community to shift. And that's okay. I keep feeling the need to almost give you that permission, because I feel like you're judging yourself for this, when really you're just following your own authenticity. Nothing wrong with that. With love and gratitude, you can let people flow in and out of your life, Pisces. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Like, follow, share, subscribe, the whole thing. Thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. And we'll see you again for another reading very soon. Sending you so much love and light, Pisces.